Hey, what up, guys? It's a Perfect King here with Indecisive TCG, bringing you guys another deck list here. This one is going to be on Mono Purple Charlotte Katakuri. Um, in my opinion, I think this is going to be slept on, kind of underdog ish deck. Um, just because it's going to be overshadowed with um, the blue purple Luffy as well as the starter decks that are coming out. Um, this is my version of this deck. It's an extreme rough draft. It's not like I try not to look at the East deck lists because I think this had a few tops over there, and I really don't pay attention too much as far as what the deck lists look like. I just kind of see what leaders are topping, and I know this one got a few tops here and there. I just didn't. I don't like to look at the deck list until after I brainstorm and do my rough draft, and I see how close I get um, to like the Japan's deck lists. So without further ado, let's go through the deck here. Interesting effect, we have when attacking or on opponent's attack. Once per turn, -1 Dawn, look at the top card of your opponent's deck. Then this later gains 1,000 during battle. So this one's kind of weird. He doesn't have built-in ramp, which is one of the issues I kind of found myself in um, when I was like playtesting and going through like the other games. So if you don't like, you kind of have to rely on like your ramp cards, like the Bon Clay and the few others that are in here as well. Um, so if you don't see your early ramp, it feels kind of slow. But let's just move on. We have two Bon Clay for the ramp. I was playing him at 4, but as I'm playing, this deck is just a little tight as far as what I wanted to do. I'm gonna skip on over to Charlotte Pudding because what I want to do is rely on her and her effects. So she's a one cost searcher, 1K counter. On play, look top 5, grab a cost 2 or greater Big Mom type card and put it into your hand, and the rest go to the bottom in any order. The main effect that I like is the activate main -1 Dawn. Rest this character. Look at the top card of your opponent's deck. Um, yeah, this is a really neat effect that I like a lot, and I kind of wish there was more cards like her, because it feels like green purple Luffy, where you have to rely on Sanji and Pudding, and in here to do what I wanted to do is rely on Charlotte Pudding. Now I could be completely wrong here, and if Japan does play nothing like around her, they just play purple ramp and then just giant big boss cards, then well, that one's on me. But I read it, and this card seemed really interesting and really fun to play with. Um, so I really like it a lot. And then going back into the deck list, we have the 2 cost Katakuri. You trash it. You play a cost of 3 or greater Katakuri card that is also equal to your opponent's Dawn. This really comes in handy playing against purple, because I know there's a 6 cost Katakuri, and basically you flip the top cards of your life down, so it doesn't really go with this deck. It's more towards the pudding leader. But if you're going against purple, like Pluffy or the blue purple Luffy that has that early ramp, playing this out early, and then you're able to summon your 8 cost Katakuri like at 6 or 7 Dawn. Um, so that's pretty neat. I kind of like this one. Now this one is questionable. This is probably a flex. I don't know if they play it or not. But I like the combo. I thought it was neat. Um, Now, because the leader doesn't have self ramp, um, comboing with the 3 cost pudding, once per turn, when you return it on, you set one back as rested. Basically, your 5 cost kid for purple Katakuri. Uh, so that's pretty cool. You're able to be like swing consistently for 6K without having to worry about falling behind in Dawn. Um, we have the Charlotte Anana. It's pretty good. It's your one chump blocker. So pretty cheap, and you can usually like have another Big Mom character on board. So I usually don't have an issue with this. Um, the Charlotte Oven, rest this card, declare cost of your choice, and if the reveal card is what you declared, you KO up to one of your characters, your opponent's characters, at the cost of 3 or less, and it's got to be original cost, so that's very important. Then add up to 1 Dawn from your Dawn deck and rest it. This didn't come up too much in the games that I played tested in, but I like this a lot, and I feel like early game you can KO certain cards like the enemies like chump blockers, any relevant 3 cost cards like right now the one that comes to mind are like Brook um, for black. I know there's gonna be a lot of Lucci running around, and just anything 3 less. So I thought those was pretty neat, and the stats are pretty good. It's a 4 cost 5K with a 1 cost counter, so it's not a brick. That's always a plus. So for now it's a 4 of, and then moving on we have the newest the newest purple boss card. It's Charlotte Katakuri blocker. At the end of your turn, set up 2 of your Big Mom type characters with the cost of 3 or more as active, and then you add a Dawn from your Dawn deck as and rest it. Super neat. This is going to be in almost every purple deck, kind of like the Bon Clay, where it's just going to be a staple in most purple decks. I know Luffy's going to be playing it, because I'm going to be playing it with Luffy. So all around good card here. And then we already went over the 1 cost Searcher Pudding, and we're going on to his Charlotte Petal Sparrow. This is your one of the other ramp cards here aside from Bon Clay. I ended up maximizing this over the Bon Clay just because it's a 7 cost body. With the Bon Clay, it's like I said, I'm still trying to get this to 4. For now, it's at 2. It's just because after the 1 successful swing, if it does stick, it is pretty nice. But also having a 7K character on board makes it a little harder for your opponent to try to run this over. So, but basically, once per turn, you may trash a card from your hand, declare a cost, and reveal the top card of your opponent's deck. If the reveal card is what you declared, draw a card and add up to 1 of your Dawn cards from your Dawn deck as active. So, yeah, your ramp, and then you also draw 1. So I like this a lot. I really wanted to keep it like all Big Mom. So which for the most part I did, aside from the Bon Clay. And that's how I usually like to start out with whenever I'm deck building. I try to keep it to the same archetype as the leader, just for consistencies, like you don't whiff or anything. So I try to stick with it. And so again, this is kind of one of those cards along with Charlotte Oven that revolves around pudding. That kind of relies on her to look at the top card of your opponent's deck. So, and then we have another here, Charlotte Montdor. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but basically minus a Dawn, rest it, and your opponent places 2 cards from their trash to their deck in any order. Then add the top card of your life to your hand. This one is basically in there just for a 2K, but it also kind of helps if your opponent ever tries to starve you. So I wanted to max this out as well, just to have 12 2Ks. So, but right now I kind of, like I said, the deck was kind of tight for as far as what I wanted to do. So 10 2Ks doesn't seem too bad. I do want to bump this up as well. I'm just kind of fine-tuning it as I go along. I just kind of got a little trigger happy with wanting to showcase this deck and what it can do. Now this one, I like this a lot, just because it's scary. It's a 10 cost 12K rush. Now on opponent's attack, it does have an effect. On opponent's attack, -5. Reveal the top card of your opponent's deck. If the revealed card is the same as it declared, then give up to your leader 2K power for the turn. Now this one is weird. I don't know if there's a bug with this. So in some of the games, if you see me not activating it, there's a reason for it, because well, for one, it is 5K. It's pretty expensive. But another reason why is that I don't know if I'm reading this wrong. Maybe I'm a little dyslexic. Um, so the card says declare cost. First sentence here: declare cost, and then reveal the top card of your opponent's deck. With the sim, there might be a bug because whenever the sim prompts for her effect, the opponent's deck is already revealed. Now, I don't know if there's a weird ruling with that, and I'm just kind of dumb or dyslexic and I'm not reading this right, but I don't think it's correct that the sim shows me the top card of the opponent's deck before I declare it. Because basically, when I did it the few times, the sim just reveals the top deck, and then I'm able to declare it, and I get the boost, which kind of seems weird and unfair. And then a second reason why I don't like this, if I am correct, I don't know what card I could use to help me reveal the top card of my opponent's deck on their turn, because this is on opponent's attack. So putting only works on my turn. So if I reveal the top deck, we look at it, and then I in turn my opponent draws that card that we already looked at. So the next card is a mystery. So I don't see how that works. Like I said, I could be just completely dyslexic and not understanding what I'm reading. I do need help with that. So comments, please, 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 comments, and explain this a little bit more in layman's terms. So, but I do like it. It's a 10K rush. That's the big thing. 12K is going to be a giant body that's going to be very hard for people to get over and defend as well. We do have Strusen, mostly just a 2K, but in the event that you need his effect, is basically a -1 Dawn. Declare card at the top of your opponent's deck. If it's if the reveal card is declared of what you call it, then rest one of your opponent's 4 costs or less. So it's just a little niche. So if they have any small chump blockers, you're trying to go for game, this helps out a lot. But keep in mind you do need this pudding. So that's the only thing. And then we have the 10 siblings. It's basically just a 2K vanilla. I thought this was interesting because I've never seen vanilla 2K. Now, I don't know. I don't know every card in the game, but I just know I don't see a lot of vanilla 2Ks, and I think Big Mom has 2 in this set, if I'm not mistaken. So I thought that was cool, but also weird. But I just needed 2Ks at this point as I was building. So we have 4, 8, and then the 10 with Mondor. So 10 2Ks. And the last few cards we have kind of taking a page out of Green Purple Luffy here. We're going to claim the One Piece. Basically, your 1 cost searcher, look at top 5 and grab a Big Mom or Animal Pirates. Because we're searching for the pudding here. The 1 cost revolves around pudding, and then we have the some more ramp, but also like an offensive ramp KO, a 5 cost less character, and then add a Dawn from your Dawn deck as active. All this, like I said, is just a rough draft. If you guys, I would greatly appreciate any advice, how you guys are playing it. This deck is pretty fun. I'm a fan of purple. Purple is one of my favorite colors in this game. So, and like I said, Katakuri really kind of caught my eye here. Because I'm not going to be playing blue purple, so I'm going to be playing other decks here for the OP11 format. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this, what changes you would make, and then we'll get into a few games just to showcase what the potential of it is. So I'm not trying to show. I think I'm going to include a few games. I have a lot recorded, but I'm just going to show a few, just to see what this deck can actually do once it gets its ball rolling. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright guys, here we have our first game here against the Charlotte Pudding. We opted to go first because I like to go first against other purple decks. We opened up pretty decent here. We have the 3 cost Charlotte Pudding, which is probably what I'm going to end up bringing out, just so that we can get that consistent 6K swings in. And we also opened up with, we're also looking for the One Piece for the search, the one cost search. The opponent does open up with one of the cards I do want, and I'm like I said, kind of revolves around is the one cost pudding that reveals. But here we go ahead and we start off with our 6K swing, and then get the Dawn back like nothing ever happened. And this combo I like a lot, just as much as, like, if the deck also revolves around just the 3 cost pudding, 100% okay with that, just because we're consistently getting 6K swings in, so your opponent has to have 2Ks or drop 2 1Ks, and so yeah, that always helps out. But yeah, since we're a 5 life leader, definitely okay with taking the first swing. We do have a few of the chump blockers, but we do lose the 3 cost pudding, so that kind of hurts. So here we ended up drawing that two cost Katakuri, which is pretty interesting, because we're going against purple, and that pudding leader does have built-in ramp. So at some point we're gonna have to rely on them ramping and also us drawing into the 8 cost Katakuri. So unable to get the 6K swing in because we lost our pudding, but we're just gonna have to put out Perospero. Also kind of hoping we draw into the 1 cost pudding, but if we don't draw the 1 cost pudding, we have a 7K swing, so that kind of works in our favor. Yeah, that's the 6 cost Katakuri. Wish I could play it, but doesn't really synergize with our leader. And we're just gonna take this, and there goes our 8 cost Katakuri. So I think we look at how much life they're there. No, not life. How much down they're at? I think they're at 7. Yeah, we look at life, see what they have. So nothing crazy as far as triggers. Yeah, we're at 7 Dawn, and I think they're at 8 or 9. So we can definitely get out 8 cost Katakuri a turn early. And this is what I was saying earlier, going up against other purple decks that ramp, like Luffy, this, and the blue purple. I think the 2 cost Katakuri combo is gonna kind of help out with that. Weird that they block out the 5 swing. They were low in hand size, so I'd figured they'd want to keep that. And here we just kind of go wide, get a body out, a blocker, and then the 2 cost Katakuri, and boom. And also we get to restand the Perospero, so with a ramp. So at 8 Dawn. And then we also have the Rush Mom too, so that helps. Let's see. Do we block out? I think we take this. Okay, we block. Tempted to take that, and I think something big comes out here, if I'm not mistaken. I think their 10 Mom comes out here. 7. And we get a trigger search, and then we're just gonna get in 2K. Tempted to get that 3 cost pudding, but I think at this point, it's no longer needed, really. Yeah, 10 Mom comes in, so that really hurts. So kind of regret taking that 5 and 7. But we are at 10. We do have the 2 cost Katakuri, but no 8 cost. Yeah. I probably should have gone for life. That's a tough one. Yeah, I think I just played the Rush Mom and swing into the... I think there was a misplay here somewhere. I know there's a misplay. But yeah. I think I just play Rush Mom and swing into the 6 cost Katakuri. didn't want to swing with the 8-cost Katakuri because I wanted to, in the event he swings really tall into my blocker or something, didn't want to risk it. And then I can't really go for lethal, so I didn't think there was a point in swinging with leader. Now this really hurts. Another 10 mom, yeah, that hurts. And this one, I think I save him. The sim is kind of scary, just because I don't want to. I'm always very hesitant on misclicking when it comes to activating leader, and then also the 10 mom. Wasn't sure if this was worth protecting him or using a 2K. Yeah. I'm so hesitant whenever I click cancel. Here, do I activate that? I hope not. Do I? I think I just go for lethal. Yeah, he kind of backed me into a corner here. Yeah, okay, so I swing 7. Swing 7. I know yellow does play a lot of top end, so a lot of yellow decks do get kind of bricky. And then I just kind of go for lethal here, and if he has it, he has it, because I didn't really have much of a play after this. Get that little extra boost. So yeah, so that was pretty fun. Next game here against Enel. I do want to showcase like Enel because he recently got support, and I think this is I think we're still gonna be seeing Enel running around here. But yeah, I do open up the card we want, the 1-cost pudding. Hand size is pretty decent. Yeah, blocker, searcher. We also have the 3-cost pudding. We have a 2K. And then yeah, we're gonna take this. Yep. We got our top end here, so we're kind of chilling for now. This was a weird one. I didn't see a lot of these. I actually didn't know how to react to this one. This, yeah, when it gets rested whenever they declare an attack, and then we have to choose if we want to trash a life or minus 2K. For a 3-cost, that seems pretty good. But I can see why NLs don't really play it a lot. But I just thought that was an interesting card. I'd never seen it. And here, I think we just go about our play as normal. I played out the Bon Clay because I felt the 3-cost pudding was just a little more important. I was expecting him the Bon Clay to get a Gidatsu, which either way does get Gidatsu, whatever I bring out, but I just wanted to sacrifice the Bon Clay over the pudding so that way I can at least get that little boost. And then here was interesting because he gave me a 1K. I was willing to risk my pudding over his 3-cost character. I thought that was weird. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm not going to give up counter or anything to protect my 1-cost cards. And then I think here we just go for ramp, if I'm not mistaken. Ramp, yeah, we do ramp, and then we pudding, and then we just swing for 6. So now if Gidatsu does come out, he has a choice between Bon Clay or the 3-cost Pudding, which I'm pretty sure he's going to choose Bon Clay, which is fine with me. Now, it's a... Here, we kind of get a little shaky. We do have a blocker. We're okay. We're okay. We got 3 2K counters, got a blocker, we have a Bon Clay, and then we have our top end, which we're going to get into this turn. We're also at 4 life, so yeah, we take this. And then, did I misclick? I think in one of these games I misclicked. No, okay. Yeah. And since we lost our pudding, we can't really get the oven effect off, so, but it's fine. We're already at $10. We're at $10 already, so. Now here I could have used Gothred, because I know at a certain point Enel's just kind of bring out 8, 9, 10 cost cards, so eventually Gothred is just kind of a dead card. So I thought about using it here, but I opted for the Rush Bomb. And there goes our 6K swing. Now that was interesting. I guess he saw the value out of the pudding. So I guess that's why he opted to KO it. Here he ends up using his blocker just to get rid of our Bon Clay. So that was kind of what I was talking about earlier. If there's a situation where he has to get rid of cards, he's got to choose between, you know, Bon Clay, my blocker, or the 3-cost pudding. Yeah, I was kind of deciding how to go about this turn. I think I just end up doing Katakuri just to have my blocker out there. And I don't think I swing. Do I swing? I don't think I do. Because once Enel's at 2 life, you really don't want to put him at anything less. Unless I do. Yeah, okay. And then and throughout a lot of these games, as I'm recording, I do a lot of misclicks because I'm not used to the 8-cost Katakuri effect prompting. So when I'm playing some of my games, I'm just kind of rush clicking and ending my turn. And so I end up clicking over the 8-cost Katakuri's effect to restand. So I think that cost me a game. Which I think I might include in these videos. I'm not too sure. I did a lot of recording, so I'm trying to sift through like the best ones here. And here's where that leader effect kind of does come in handy. Instead of having to use 3 cards, I just only have to use 2K counters. And then if I -1 down when I'm already at 10, it doesn't really like hurt. Here, like I said, we're just kind of playing it slow, just because we don't want to get Enel less than 2 life. And this is another thing I was mentioning, that Rush Mom is so huge, it's going to be like hard. Like if they do counter out of 1 like they just did to protect that Yamato, we have a second one. Just for that insurance of getting him off the board. Crazy. Now look at my hand. I think I have enough. Or do I let this one go? 14. Yeah, we do have enough. Yeah, we counter out of this. Yep. So much down investment just to get rid of the Big Mom. Make sure we keep the blocker. And then we have a dead card in hand. Just that Gothred. Yeah, we can't even use Gothred on the Shirahoshi. So that's why I think I just kept it at 2. It is nice to see it very early on to get rid of like some mid game cards, but yeah. Here I was just doing some math just to see if he does counter out and protect the Katakuri again, how much die I need on my leader. But we're looking pretty good now. Now, like both our hand sizes are low. I have board advantage. I'm at 3 life. I think next turn we start pushing, if I'm not mistaken. 8 cost Katakuri would really come in handy here. Yep, he almost was misplayed there, so he was almost gonna swing for 5, which would have been wasteful. Is this what Shanks feels like all the time? Just like a reverse Shanks effect. So we lose our pudding again, which is okay. But we top deck another 10 Rush Mom. So he's low on hand size. We kind of gauge how he reacts here. He ends up using a 0 cost. Interesting. And I don't think we go for lethal here. I think we just summon 10 Mom and pass. Cause yeah, we can't game them. Yeah, cause we essentially have to hit them three times, which 4 times. Yeah. So we don't want to give him any more cards. Yep. Oh well. So this game could have gone a little further, but I was feeling pretty confident as far as kind of just grinding it out the games here. All right, last game here. We're going up against blue purple, just to kind of test the waters with my rough draft. Oh, and here we're playing It's to Die For. Just because as I was like testing different cards out, we have It's to Die For. I ended up taking it completely out just because, I mean, it's really good. There's argument for it. But to do what I want it to do, like I mentioned before, is have it revolve around the 1 cost pudding. So I threw in cards to like that, having to guess the top card of your opponent's deck. And then we're also playing the other ramp, Brule. It's okay. It's not bad. You just have to take a life, which is okay. And I think in this version we're also playing 4 Bonclays. I don't think I'm gonna show you guys this version because this was like one of the early games. And like the deck was just completely wonky. So, but like I said earlier in the video, just let me know how you guys play it. Are you guys playing It's to Die For? Are you playing 4 Bonclays? And then we'll go ahead and take a look at maybe what top decks look like. Oh, why did I swing there? I forgot he was a 6. I'm not used to playing against blue purple. Forgot he was a 6K leader. But we're already at 8 Dawn. So next turn we get to play out our Rush Mom. And then we also have a Bonkley out there. So blue purple is about to start playing out big bodies, which Bonkley kind of comes in handy for that. Here, do we take? We don't. Okay, yeah. Just because I know they play out big bodies. And then we have his Katakuri and it ends turn. Okay. I think we start swinging here. So I know one of the ways to beat blue purple is to go wide and be extra aggressive. So I just kind of keep that in mind. Um, that being said, I was very tempted to play out the brulees with another Bonkley out there. But this is one of the earlier games, so I kind of wanted to see how this deck kind of holds up against the big bad deck of the format that's coming up right now. So interesting he took that, but I guess he's probably got like a crazy amount of he's probably got 3 or 4 Gum Gum Giants. So here, I don't know if the right play was doing playing out the blocker along with another Bon Clay. Yeah, I don't know what you guys would have done here. This is just kind of my thought process. So he's either got to give me a lot of 2Ks, or really not actually doesn't need to give me a lot of 2Ks. He just blocks the Katakuri and gives me a few 2Ks. So maybe I should have played out the 10 mom first and swung. I think it would have been the same either way. Yeah, 3 cost pudding would have come in handy here because I would have been at least able to swing for 6 and get another card out of hand. So we know he's got 1 Gum Gum. Oh, and I think in this version I didn't have as much 2Ks. Yeah, I'm gonna let that one go. And if he swings into to 10 mom, we really can't protect it. I think we were only playing 6 or 8 2Ks in this version. Okay, so he goes for life. I think we just take that. Draw a brick. Oh, red rock. That hurts. Yeah, maybe I should have gone one here. Done double Bon Clay with a blocker, swing 6. That's what I feel like I should have done that more. I think I just played 10 mom again. Yeah, here I'm contemplating. What do I do here? Okay, so maybe I do go wide. Oh, maybe I should have played something out first. That way I could have at least swung for 7 and get a 2K out of his hand. Yeah, I do that. Okay. Yep, should have swung for 7. But not like it mattered because he could have just blocked 7 with the Katakuri. I kind of like going back over these videos and commenting them over because in my last video, I got some pretty constructive criticism in the comments. And going back and reviewing the videos, I was just like, why did I do that? Why did I play like that? Oh, he scooped. Oh, okay. Sweet. I think there was another blue purple game that I lost against. I don't know. I don't think he should have scooped though. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into see how close we came to like the East deck list of Purple Katakuri. If we were close on the mark or just completely nowhere near. We're using the gumgum.gg. Usually it's promoted by Kardi Kaisaku. I don't know if he made this site or I know he does a lot of coding stuff, so I'm not too sure if he's the creator of gumgum.gg or if he's just sponsored or whatever have you. But shout outs to him, and I'm sure at this point everyone knows who this guy is. But yeah, super smart and talented guy. But let's go ahead and get into the first one. This one's a 3-on-3. I don't know if we're gonna count this one, but let's just take a peek. 3-on-3. Oh, interesting. 2K. Yeah, I guess that makes sense because we were ended up playing a vanilla for hours. Oh, we have 8 costs. 8 cost Kaido. Oh, this card cannot be KO'd. If your opponent has 10 down. That's okay. That's pretty cool. I guess more top end. Oh, and the Usohachi. Yeah, I guess this is really good. I just don't like going away from like the arc of the theme of the deck, which is Big Mom. But we do see the two cost Katakuri, so I guess they go for the combo here. Nice, we got points there. Oh, 2 of the chump blockers, 4 of the pudding, cool. Oh, 4 oven, nice. 3 rush mom, got 3. Ooh, okay, yeah. And then we're going to claim the One Piece. Okay, not too bad, as far as how we did. Let's see how. Oh man. We'll look at a few more really quick. I don't want this video to last too long. This one looks like a flagship here. What is this? Oh, it's the other vanilla 2K. Yeah. Yep. Oh, maybe we should have opted for this one. This one has a better stat line. Okay. Look at that. We're not completely... And 4 chump blockers. Look at that. And the Usohachi again. Yeah, I guess this is pretty good. Didn't want to have to use other archetypes into this deck. But yeah, I can see how this is valuable. Oh, this is neat. I kind of want to give myself a pat in the back here. So we'll do one more. We'll do just the top 3 cards. Top 3 deck lists, I mean. So this one looks like a... I don't know what SP is. Standard battle. I guess it's like a local. The regular old locals. Oh, a queen. 2 queens. Oh, and then the vanilla 2Ks again, I guess for the better stat line. I guess I didn't really think about that. I just saw it as 2K. Oh, and then we have the Conquest. I think it's the KOs, right? -2 if your leaders. KO up to 2 your opponent's 6. That's pretty good. Yeah, I forgot about this one. Okay, and then again with the Usohachi. I guess I might have to start playing that. We'll see. 4 cost mom. Okay, nice. You know, and I was thinking maybe we should add in the 9 mom just for the extra life, but looks like they don't care, huh? Okay. Oh, and 2 ovens. So I guess oven's a staple. Sweet. And then the 4 of the chump blockers, the Katakuri combo. I like that. Okay, cool. So yeah, guys, let me know how you guys plan to play your version of Katakuri. If you do plan to play it, like I mentioned earlier, I think this one's gonna be like a underdog kinda deck because I know the big decks are gonna be blue purple, green purple Luffy. Lucci's gonna be in there, so I know be prepared for black. And then the starter decks are coming out too, so it's going to be a lot of stuff running around as far as OP11 goes. And I don't know if Katakuri will get enough representation. But well, yeah, we'll go ahead and see. Let me know what you guys think about everything. Sorry if I ranted and rumbled and just ranted a lot. So, but yeah, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.